In the film Titanic, there's a scene in which a diamond, called Heart of the Ocean, slips from the hand of the heroine Rose into the sea. Its loss symbolizes the eternal love that sank with the great ship Titanic. In a sense, the scene conveys another message, that the true value of jewelry lies not in how much money it's worth, but in the human emotions it embodies. Westerners choose to have precious stones carved into delicate pieces of jewelry. Chinese people, on the other hand, have a fondness for natural rock. It's common to see large rocks placed in recesses in yards, while small rocks can be held in the hand and admired. Rocks with a particularly unusual shape can be many times more valuable than jewelry. Probably the best loved of all curiously shaped rocks in China are the Lingbi rocks. They go by various nicknames, such as the First Rocks Under Heaven and Chime Rocks. Lingbi rocks come from a small area of plains north of Qingxi Mountain in the town of Yugao in Lingbi County, Anhui Province. The name, Lingbi, is said to mean divine mountain, abundant in jade. This association with jade shows just how highly people prize Lingbi rocks. Lingbi rocks are grouped into a category called Chinese scholar rocks, which also includes Taihu rocks, Kun rocks, and Ying stones. This remarkable type of rock can even play music. When it's tapped, a Lingbi rock produces a crisp, metallic sound. Hence the name, Chime Rocks. A story is told about Lingbi rocks, their chime, and a famous emperor. The 18th century Emperor Changlong went on 3 tours of inspection of the south during his reign. On 3 of these trips, he made a point of visiting Lingbi County in Anhui Province to see its Lingbi rocks. It was Emperor Changlong who gave them the name First Rock Under Heaven to express his appreciation of them. So, when were the Chime Rocks first discovered? The earliest known reference to Lingbi rocks is found in the classic ancient historical text Shangxu. It states that a Qing stone had been discovered beside the Xi River. The Qing was an ancient musical instrument made from stone. Music featured in even the most primitive of societies. At the dawn of Chinese civilization, people produced music by singing and clapping. This simple form of music was combined with dancing to celebrate the harvest and perform acts of worship. Later, the Yellow Emperor, the ancestor of all Han Chinese people, initiated a study of rites and music. The work contained a record of the music produced by tapping a qing made from Lingbi rock. There were two forms of qing made from Lingbi rock, the qing, or chime stone, and the dianqing, or stone chimes. In 1950, a chime stone with a tiger design was discovered in Anyang in Hunan province. Experts who examined it declared that it had been used to provide the music at ceremonies to worship heaven and honor ancestors. It seems likely that it was used on royal occasions, since Yinshu in Anyang was the political center of the late Shang dynasty. In August 1978, archaeologists working at the 2,400-year-old tomb of the Marquis Yi of Sung in Sui County, Hubei province, unearthed a magnificent set of Qing stone chimes. The 32 chimes are arranged in 2 horizontal rows suspended on a bronze frame. Such stone chimes are known to have been played at the imperial court. The Temple of Heaven and the Temple of Confucius each houses a set of stone chimes. Both were made of Lingbi rock on the orders of Zhu Yuanzhang, the first emperor of the Ming dynasty. He's said to have had fond memories of the Qing made of Lingbi rock he played when he was a monk at Huangjie Temple in Bozhou, Anhui. On the Double Ninth Festival, in the 15th year of his reign, which was 1383, he visited the temple again. After a moment, lost in thought, he suddenly announced that the Qing, made of Lingbi rock, was a divine gift, and that a special hall should be built for it. The town of Yuguao in Lingbi County is generally considered to be the home of Lingbi rock. Evidence of stone quarrying goes back almost 1,000 years to the Sung dynasty, and it can be seen there. Qingyun Mountain in Yuguao is the site of a Sung dynasty cliff carving. Below was where the quarrying was done. A narrow path leading up from the foot of the mountain on its southern slope suddenly opens onto a broad platform. On the north side is a huge rock with hundreds of carvings on it. The year when they were carved is clearly visible. The 3rd year of the Jinhe reign in the Sung dynasty. In other words, 1056 AD. Each carving bears the names of the Buddha and of the sculptor, and together they constitute a very rare and exquisite group of stone carvings. A well-preserved stela pavilion also stands on the platform.
这个地方比较洼。 当地呢都叫圣土洼，实际上呢就是宋代采灵璧石的老孔。
It was built in honor of the Sung dynasty quarry, which supplied Lingbi rocks for the Gunye imperial garden. The garden, built on the orders of Emperor Huizong of the northern Sung dynasty, featured the most famous flowers and most unusual rocks from all over China. The Floriat Stone Convoy was the name given to the caravan teams that brought rocks from the south. Emperor Huizong was particularly fond of the Lingbi rocks they brought. However, no sooner was work on the Gunye Imperial Garden finished then the armies of the Jin attacked the Sung capital at Bianliang, which is today Kaifeng. Most of the decorative rocks there were destroyed in the fighting. A few of the Lingbi rocks did survive, however, but they were plundered and carried away. At the quarry, there are still traces of the hammering that took place in the Sung dynasty. They and the Stela Pavilion remain as testimony to an appreciation of Lingbi rocks that has lasted many centuries. When two rocks are knocked against each other, they produce a crisp sound. Under modern scientific analysis, Lingbi rock has revealed its mineral content. Calcite, 95%. Dolomite, 3%. Pyrite and iron oxide, 2%. The experts explain that it is the mineral content of Lingbi rock that is the key to its ability to produce music. The calcite, that is the dominant component, is made up of identical or near identical fine crystalline grains with a diameter between 0.01 and 0.018 millimeters. This makes it tightly structured, hard, and capable of producing a crisp and melodious sound.